All right, Shalom. This is the brother Yakanai from GMS New Orleans coming at you with another live lesson. As always, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Bashem, Kakadash. Double honors again to the elders apostles of GMS. Peace, blessings, and salutations again to the whole fillet. Yes, this, I'm making this quick video, just trying to catch up on, because I missed a large portion of it. All right, the State of the Union meeting they had with Trump, and one of the things I caught, talking about what they predict the future of America, how things going to move and things of that nature. And also, he made a statement to Iran. All right, and they're coming together making the nuclear missiles, which I believe they already have those missiles. All right, and through the help of China and Russia. There's nothing you can do about it, and then, in the past couple of days, like I think he gave him 10 plus days or so to they come up with a deal on a ceasefire of basically creating those missiles, the missile plans, man. Which this devil here, he never abide by the rules. He'll give you 10 days, and on day 2, he's attacking. All right, so it's only a matter of time. And I also seen a bunch of investors, because everybody that's in the know, all right, and those people that's on Wall Street and the big wigs, dealing with the economy, all everybody pretty much on the standstill, waiting to see what's going to happen with this thing, man. All right, which I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna let you play this video, but I might put it out there again. Because, as always, just, Nero 47, he always speaks proudly of himself, patting himself on the back and saying what he done and how he's doing things, but he's really not doing a damn thing, all right? It's really the Lord controlling him, man, and then controlling those that's in right there in positions with him, the commanders, the lieutenants, the generals of this army, including him. All right, right before I get this scripture, I want to get this scripture right here. This is Proverbs 21:1. It said the king's heart, which, Nero 47, you might as well liken him unto a king, which he is. He's a king, he's likened unto a Caesar. This is because we say that because this is Rome 2.0. All right, America is set up in the shadows of Rome. All right, it's a mirror image of Rome. All right, and this guy here, Nero 47, all right, that's set up in place. He's doing certain things just like Nero done in the past. This guy's heart or his mind is in the hands of the Lord. All right, he think he's doing it, but it's the Lord having control of him. It's making him wage war, making him do the things that he's doing, man. All right, but it says the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it. He turneth it whatsoever he will. You see, and he's in the Lord's damn show turning it whatsoever he will. And right now he has his he's licking his chops on going into Iran, which we know he stepped foot in Iran, is downhill from there. Meaning, all right, all hell's gonna break loose. All hell's gonna break loose in the Middle East. All right, nations, including the small hats, are gonna get attacked. Other nations are gonna get attacked, and this thing is gonna go full DEFCON 3, DEFCON 4 mode, man. Which we can see that's gonna happen. All right. But let me play this video. And like I said, this is fair use. All right. I do not own the rights to this video. It goes to NBC News. I don't own any rights to this video. But watch the arrogancy, how arrogant this guy is, man. And the way he talked. Let me turn it up.
As president, I will make peace wherever I can, but I will never hesitate to confront threats to America wherever we must. That's why in a breakthrough operation last June, the United States military obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons program with an attack on Iranian soil known as Operation Midnight Hammer. For decades, it had been the policy of the United States never to allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. Many decades. Since they seized control of that proud nation 47 years ago, the regime and its murderous proxies have spread nothing but terrorism and death and hate. They've killed and maimed thousands of American service members and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people with what's called roadside bombs. They were the kings of the roadside bomb. And we took out Soleimani. I did that during my first term.
And see how proud this guy is? He's talking about I took out Soleimani, which was the general of Iran. You know, they in a surprise attack took him out. All right, and to boast about it, man. All this is a act of war when you deal with nations and taking out certain generals and bigwigs, man. This is not a light thing. All right, he's doing this on a national stage. The world is watching. All right.
Impact. He was the father of the roadside bomb. And just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at least, it looks like 32,000 protests, 32,000 protesters in their own country. They shot them and hung them. We stopped them from hanging a lot of them with the threat of serious violence. But this is some terrible people. They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, and in particular, nuclear weapons. Yet they continue, starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again, and are at this moment again pursuing their sinister ambitions. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon. My preference.
And let me get this too, man, because it shows that this devil is a bully, man. He wants to go around bullying the earth, bullying the other nation in the earth. All right. But these different nations ain't going for it, man. All right. That's going into the scripture, how the weak said that I am strong. The nation's not going for it anymore. All right. Nobody's scared of America anymore, man. All right. But America and its army have become weak to the nations. All right. Where I wanted to go. Salaki. Yeah, I want to go here. Yeah, man. This guy goes around being the big bad bully. And like I say, none of the nations are afraid anymore, man. But this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. It says, "And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but in the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." All right, which we're seeing now. The visions, the prophecies are not tarrying anymore. They're coming quick, all right, at a rapid pace. All right, so much, you can see all roads lead to World War III. All right, you're seeing these nations mount up and gear up to wage war against one another, man. Which we know we are happy to see this thing, man, because we know once that happens, Yahweh Shai is going to come, all right, and he's going to take part in World War III, all right, and put the nations or the kings of the earth to rest. He's going to put them down and set himself up and take their crowns, man. All right, it goes on to say, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith." He says, "Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keep it at home." And this is his problem. As you hear on the video, He don't want to stay home, which America has all type of issues. All right, you got parent children issues. You have homeless. You have a fentanyl issue. All right, you have all sorts of issues here on the home front that you can be attending to, but you don't. You want to go around the whole planet Earth policing every goddamn one, man. All right, giving you giving orders to the nations that already have their own set orders to things, man. Liberating women. They already have laws over there for women to be under subjection of however they choose, man. But you want to go over there and set things up, set up McDonald's, all right, make the men moles, all right, drug everyone, all right. You got a lot of nerve, man. All right. You got a lot of nerve, right? But it goes on to say, neither keep it at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death. So wherever this devil go on the planet Earth, he brings death and destruction with him, man. All right. When he's helping you, he's also destroying you in the same breath, man. And it goes on to say, and cannot be satisfied. This devil cannot be satisfied. You can give it to him. You can give your land. He wants more, man. All right. And you see how proudly Nero talking. All right. He's talking real proud, man. And it says, but gathered unto him all nations and heaped unto him all people. And that's what all he wants. He wants full control of the planet Earth, where he can do as he will to the nations, man. It ain't nothing nobody can do. He can have all the missiles he wants on the planet Earth, but certain nations, certain people cannot, man. Who the hell are you? All right, goddamn devil. Who the hell is you, man? But I'm gonna finish this video out too. You got a couple of minutes, couple of seconds.
My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen.
It's already happened. You can't stop it, man. It's gonna happen, and it's already happening, man. Ain't a damn thing you can do but go over there. But you know you're a pussyfooting on going step foot in Iran or doing something, man. Because, like I say, Russia, China, and other nations are gonna get in, all right, on you in them small hats, man. And you've been doing this for some time, man. Dragging ass on going in there. Because that's, like I said, that's the last nation. That's like we did in past videos. All right. Iran is one of the main characters in this thing, man. All right. And in the prophecy, they're one of the main characters until all hell breaking loose. You know, we always go into Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, around the 7th verse to be exact. All right, how Russia, China is going to be a guard unto these nations. I believe the nations that it reads out, I believe in the 6th or 7th verse. All right, and that's what's happening now on a world stage. All right, so when you touch Iran, you touching Russia and China too, and you know that. All right, and everybody's really tired of your shit. All right, everybody's tired of your shit. You in them small hats over there, man, which they're gonna get vaporized too. All right, they're gonna get vaporized too, man, and you know it. Let me go on. I think that got a couple more seconds.
We thank you for watching, and remember,
Well, that's it. Yeah, man. Hey, but the pride of these devils, man, the talk and boast themselves the way they're boasting. All right, which, like I say, we coming into a time where you're not going to be able to keep putting it off. You're not going, and that's when we finish off right here. Let me go back, kind of getting ahead of myself. You know, verse 6 in Habakkuk 2 and 6, it says, shall not all these take up a proverb against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that increases that which is not his? And that's this devil, man. He said, "Woe, death and destruction unto you, man." All right. How long? Into him that laded himself with Dick Clay, which we know that Dick Clay goes into heavy debts, which you've been putting off on and on again. All right. This economy, the woes of this economy, you're not gonna be able to keep putting it off, man. You're not gonna be able to keep dragging ass on what you're gonna do. You're gonna make a decision gonna be made, man. All right. The decision gonna be made. Well, it's already made according to the Bible. The Bible, all right, entails of you going into World War III. You different branches of the army going into World War III and not coming back, man. All right, because America is gonna get touched with ICBM nuclear missiles according to the Bible. Not in my own words, but the Bible says it, man. And all you big wigs out there, you that are in the know, all right, you know that, man. All right. I had a couple. I might just dance around a little bit. Let me go right here. All right. This is Ecclesiastes 3:1. It says, "To everything there's a season and a time and purpose under the heaven." All right. A time to be born, a time to die, and a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up. All right. A time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. All right. Which a lot of you jakes and you deadheads out here, that's the time you're in. You're in the time of laughing and dancing and bullshitting, right? Which we can see what's going on the other side of the world. All right, nations are mounting up. You even see, I'm gonna say this too, what you're seeing going on in Mexico, a lot of that is gonna come across this border too, man. All right. A lot of that, what you see going on in Mexico is gonna come over here too. All right, coming up in these last days, man. All right, everything's gonna culminate into one on the home front. It says in time to cast down stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rent and a time to sow, a time to keep silent and a time to speak. All right, and it's the one. It says, verse 8, and a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. But we know the only way you can get peace is through war, man. And like I said, these devils, for so many years, they have become greatly rich off war. War is a racket. All right, and we know through the process of time that these devils have owned both sides of the war. All right. But this is going to be the war of wars, all right? This is going to be a war in which, all right, the spiritual realm is going to take on, all right, the physical realm, meaning Yahweh Shai is going to take part in this war. You had war. Let me get it too, because I had it, man. I had it right here. We know in times past, early on, you had World War I, all right, which these devils, like I said, always had their hands in war. That's how they control the masses, all right. Which is I'm gonna read both of them. All right, this is Revelations chapter 9, verse 12. It says, "Woe, one woe is past," meaning World War I is past, and behold, there come two more woes hereafter. And over a period of time, you had what happened? You had World War II come into play. All right, which you go jump to Revelations 11 and 14. It says the second war is past. You see, it's saying now that the second World War II is past. And behold, the third war coming quickly. And the third war is going to World War III, which haven't come yet. Which we go into this time and time again too. You don't never hear about a World War IV, a World War V or VI, because it ain't gonna be after this after World War III. That's gonna be it. All right, that's gonna be it for the so-called white man and his wickedness. All right, his kingdom and everything thereof, man. This is gonna be it. Because let me get this one too. Now that I think about it. All right, because this devil is on a spiritual time clock, all right, according to Yahweh, all right, and Yahweh Shai, all right. The Lord got him on a time clock, a time that he can't pass. This is Job chapter 14, verse 5. It says, seeing his days, and in the hiss is Esau, all right, Esau Edom. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. The Lord has appointed a time period in which he's not going to go over that time. All right, he's not going to go into overtime of his kingdom. Once zero dot zero 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 come, that's it on him, man. All right, and we're seeing the time approaching. We're seeing the last seconds of his kingdom. All right, play out. All right, and it's looking good for us. This is a part of the good news that we preach, man. The end of, let me get that too, because I got all type of scriptures in my head now that you know, spirit, man. You bounce around. Like I said, I got something right here, but I don't even need them. I'm gonna get it for a little bit, but that's how it be, man. He got to set bounds, all right, which the time is appointed on Yahweh's time, man. When he gonna send his son? When he gonna get on the minds of these kings to wage war against one another, man? All right, and I'm gonna get that too in Joel, the 3rd chapter. All right, that's what this video is named: multitudes in the valley decisions, man. All right, but let me go here, because let me see. I don't want to lose my train of thought. Damn, I wanted to go somewhere. I lost my train of thought now. Slacking. But yeah, man, I wanted to go somewhere. I just totally forgot. It'd be like that sometimes. I hate that. Let me see. No. Yep. Man, I totally lost my train. It'll come back to me though. Salaki, man. Kind of going kind of quick. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I get this Joel, now that I think about it. All right, it says proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Joel 3:9. All right, it says proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come and beat their plowshares and the swords and their pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong. All right, and that's what's happening now. You have the nations that was once weak and feeble amongst nations are saying they're strong now. All right, through the help of Russia, China, and many other nations. All right, and they have built their the military into a strong host of men. All right, and it says assemble themselves and come all ye and gather yourselves together round about. Thence cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. It says, put ye the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get ye down, for the press is full, and the fats flow over, and the fats overflow. For thy wickedness is great. Here's the point: it says, multitudes in the valley of decision. Because, all right, those nations are going to go down and wage war on one another, which we go into Joel the 3rd chapter, and it tells you about it actually even give you the region in which World War III was going to be taking place. All right, but this is going to be in which where all the armies of the world, all right, are gonna fight one another, man. All right, and while they're fighting, Yahweh Shai is going to appear, and they're going to even what the scriptures entails, they're going to join forces to fight the Lord, but they're going to be broken without hand, according to 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, man. All right, Yahweh Shai even mentioned that he's going to beat them in the powder. All right, they're gonna get fully flexed out in the time of Yahweh Shai appearing in this realm that we reside in, man. It's just physical realm. Spiritual realm is going to meet the physical realm. That's why the Lord said, I'm not gonna meet them as a man, but he's gonna meet them as an angelic force, a full-fledged power, man. All right, a man of war. All right. And it goes on to say, for the day of the Lord is nigh in the valley of decisions, and that's what we're speaking on right now. You wanna DJ Donald Trump, all right, wants to tell nations what they can and cannot have. Hey man, we coming in a time where it's not gonna even matter, because you're gonna get smoked over there in the Middle East. All right, these nations are already gathered and they're hating the whore, according to and I might get that. You already hate the whore. They want to burn this whore with fire, man. All right, everybody's sick of your shit, man, including the men of the Lord. All right, the only ones that's upholding this place is 2/3 in the wicked of other nations, man. We've been sick of this goddamn place, man. We've been sick of this world. There's nothing prosperous for the men of the Lord in this world, man. All right. But this is Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. It says in the king, my bad. Revelation 17, 16. In the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. All right, that whore being America, all right. And it says these other nations, all right, shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And what fire they gonna burn her with? All right, is it a blowtorch? Is it a lighter? No, that fire that's gonna burn this whore is gonna come from the ICBM nuclear missiles, man. It's gonna eat this whore alive, man. It's gonna burn her from sea to shining sea. All right, from the east coast to the west coast, and from the south to the north of Canada, man. It's gonna burn this whole place up, according to the biblical prophecy, man. All right, which we keep mentioning to you, man. You have to be spiritual to understand, all right, the puzzle pieces of these scriptures. All right, if you are so-called a Bible thumper Christian, you don't understand, because the Lord hasn't imparted you to understand it. He hasn't bestowed a spirit on you to see these prophecies, man. All right, and that's why a lot of these other camps don't go into the prophecies, because they don't understand. They're real shallow. A lot of them, which ain't nothing wrong with it if you are on that level, but a lot of them, all they want to go do is go into Deuteronomy 28 chapter, where there's more to the scriptures than that, man. All right, how you going to be set up as a you're gonna be set up as a guy that set up to warn the people, but you can't fully warn the people, man, without understanding and knowing these scriptures. We have to understand it. We know what's going on from a geopolitics standpoint. We understand what's going on through a breakdown standpoint, a line up on line here a little, and there a little, man. We understand. All right. I'm gonna scratch these other two, because I kind of passed it up, and the other one I kind of forgot. But yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm gonna end it right here and give all praises, glory, infinite honors to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Bashem, Kadash. Once again, double honors out there to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone. I'm gonna give peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Until next time, shalom, brothers and sisters, shalom.